It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. And it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the home of the Cardinals, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. With Greg Olson, Mike Tirico up here in the booth. So glad that you are along with us. Greg got a couple offenses here that love to take their shots down the field, so the defenses really have their task right in front of them if they want to win this game.
Yeah, no question. I think as many of the matchups that we've dove into this entire week, it really comes down to which defense puts a lid on the opposing passing game and prevents as many big plays as possible. We see it week in and week out. The correlation between generating big plays, especially through the air, directly leads to the ability to score points. So make teams go the long way. You know, the defense, old saying is, make them snap it again.
The kicker, Chad Ryland, ready to get things started. And off we go from Glendale. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
There was a lot of questions surrounding Jordan Love. Was he the long-term answer in Green Bay following in the footsteps of the legendary Aaron Rodgers? And I think last year in his first season as a full-time starter, he certainly quieted a lot of those questions. He spent time early in his career watching from the sideline, and he wasted no time showing he's one of the top young quarterbacks in the entire league.
And that ball incomplete over the middle. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. It's second down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
On second down, Love. He'll get this close to the first down marker, taken down just shy at the 38.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he will have a Packers first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
1st and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Love to throw on 1st and 10. Catch is made by Romeo Doubs. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Love to throw it on 1st down. He's into space past the 25. And he'll be taken down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against.
He is in. Romeo Doubs. Touchdown, Green Bay. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. DJ Dallas now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had. In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
On second down, here's Murray. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback, and when they come on third down, that number just goes up.
So on fourth down, it's Blake Gillikin to punt for Arizona. Nicole Hardman deep to return. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The Packers offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. He's going to have a Packers first down as he gets this up to the 28-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And it'll bring up second down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
A second down throw for Love. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. From the gun, It's Love. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On fourth down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. And on the return for the Cardinals, it's Greg Dortch. This one fielded out beyond the 25. The Cards offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Nate Hobbs in from his corner spot to make the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go again here to Connor. He'll be close to a first down. A little short. That tackle made at the 42. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Murray. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And really the key to this play was just how fast he was able to get through his progressions. His mind was able to process and go from 1 to 2 to 3 so quickly that he was able to get the ball to the right target on time. And I think so often those two things are different. Being open is one thing. Being open and getting the ball on time, that's what leads to success. And that's what we saw here.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
They will have it at the 24-yard line. That's enough for a first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Murray. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Now Murray to throw on 2nd down. Catch made right side by Wilson. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, He started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding.
Powering forward, he's in. James Conner, touchdown Cardinals.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Ryland's kick here is good. And the Cardinals will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. But dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Packers offense ready to take over possession of the football. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Love. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target, and that will lead to a 2nd down.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And he will take this one in. 72 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
McManus on for the point after. His kick is good. And the Packers will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes DJ Dallas on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now it's Murray. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Murray with a give to Connor. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on the... Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing Murray. He'll try to work the screen with Connor. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on 3rd down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Running here is Connor. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Murray. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And a pretty good punt there. The fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. Quickly to the outside and complete.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
They'll run with Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. They'll run the draw with Jacobs. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On first down, it's Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that.
The ball's out. The Cardinals have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 2nd down, Love. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
In motion, Reed. Off the play fake. Here's Love. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually,
good blocking, and he's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Dallas. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle, Connor. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
2nd down, Murray. Off he goes. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
They'll run it on 1st down with Connor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I just don't love the look of this offense so far in this game, Mike. I mean, this first half, they've been flat. They've been lethargic. There hasn't been a lot of urgency, and we saw it again on this last play. Simple handoff, no gain, same story.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Jones. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A short one here, caught by McBride. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That's caught. It's the tight end, Tip Ryman. And he's going to be taken down at about the 30.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
And this will be incomplete.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Have to get this to the 20. Here's third down. Again, it's Murray. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. From the 1, second and goal. Connor going to try to pull his way in. And he will dive into the end zone. James Conner. Touchdown, Arizona. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Hardman now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. So we have reached halftime here, and the visitors from Green Bay. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Dallas. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Murray to throw. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Keyshawn Nixon. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy. So if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
Quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal at the 3. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Love to throw. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
These are the plays that drive a coach crazy. 3rd and goal. You put the ball into the hands of your quarterback and you trust them to make good decisions. But in this case, once there was nowhere to go with the ball, once all the throwing lanes were taken away, this ball needs to come out. You cannot take a sack and make 4th and goal that much more difficult.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This about as short as you can get. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers going to extend their lead. It's now 24-14.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Greg Dortch. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cardinals offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Murray. That one is complete to McBride. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They face second down and 7. McBride is the motion man. On the give, this is Connor. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. The veteran Kenny Clark in on the stop. Here now, 3rd and 5. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He's got his man, it's Harrison. A gain of 18 for number 18. And a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll run out of the gun, and this is Connor. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Connor. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. The veteran Kenny Clark in on the stop. Second down and 8. Working out of the gun, Murray. Over the middle, it's Harrison. Third and a yard. We'll try and run for this with Connor. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? And this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll go right back to Connor. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Murray gonna fire this one out to Harrison. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? From the gun, it's Murray. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Michael Wilson. Touchdown, Cardinals. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Now Ryland for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cardinals cut the lead to 3, 24-21. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Here's Nixon on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Packers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Room to run at the 40. And he's going to be taken down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. From the gun, it's Love. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. Second and 7. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They go play action with Murray. Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
On the handoff, it's Connor. He'll manage only a couple. The veteran, Kenny Clark, in on the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now it's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
That's Dobbs open left side. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
So we are 1st and 10. Now Love. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he'll pick up the 1st down as he moves this up to the 29-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7. To throw is Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. Second down and 3. A run up the middle with Jacobs. And he'll get this up close to a first down as the tackle is made right at the midfield stripe. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he will have a Packers first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Jacobs. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. A second down throw for Love. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On 3rd down, they go with Jacobs. On comes the Packers punting team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Power run inside. Here's Connor. And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
They'll go again here to Connor. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Running here is Connor. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The visitors' offense running back Josh Jacobs heading back on the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And that'll be a pickup of 3. On 2nd down, Love. Quick throw here is complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Love. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. Finding room to the 20. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 5-yard line. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Jacobs. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3. Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. No place to run there. Good job by the D to stop him at the 2. The offense staying out there for this 4th and goal. They'll go for it. Love. He puts it up, and it's caught. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
McManus on for the point after. It's up and through. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Dallas. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's got it! And that changes things. Out of bounds inside the 40. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. An even 40 yards. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
That's to the sideline and taken in by Wilson.
So often, sacks, especially on 1st down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
3rd and 2. Now Murray. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did.